Hello and welcome to Paper Plays Julie K.
Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for stopping by today. I'm continuing to work on my Collage weekly planner that Margarete Miller designed for us. And again, Margarete Miller gives us prompts each week to create a collage with, and some weeks come together quite well and other weeks are struggles, and I have to admit that this week is going to be a struggle for me. And I even admit that when I sat down to film this video today, I was kind of at a loss. I looked at this one ahead of time and just not quite sure what to do with it. That I even jumped ahead and I worked on some of the future ones that I'll share with you guys in upcoming weeks. As you can see, I have stuff sticking out here at the bottom, so you know I've worked ahead in this weekly planner. So, and I just decided that sometimes it's okay to not love a prompt, but I'm still going to try and come up with something to put on the page, even if I don't love it or I don't like the prompt. And so for this week's prompt, again, we're on week number 42. The prompt is, what's your favorite beverage of choice? And then create a collage in recognition of it. And I think part of my problem is that I just don't feel like I have the right supplies on hand to create a collage that I would love. And again, my whole challenge this whole year so far when I've been working on this planner is to only use supplies that I have. So not printing off anything new or going out and buying anything new to work on this layout. And so with that being said, when it comes to a favorite beverage, I can't say that I really prefer one beverage over another. I do prefer Diet Pop, and that's one thing that I like to drink. I also like to drink carbonated water, and I also drink regular water. I occasionally drink tea when I'm cold. I'm not a coffee drinker. And I also, as far as adult beverages, I really do like a glass of wine every now and then, but I didn't feel like I could do I do have scrapbooking paper related to coffee and also scrapbooking paper related to wine. But first of all, I'm not a coffee drinker. I just have coffee paper because I like to make cards for people that I know that like to drink coffee. And I don't feel like, wine is necessarily my favorite beverage of choice to drink. So it's tough to use that as my main thing. So then what I did is I went through and I tried to find whatever I had in my stash to meet this criteria. So I like tea. So I have a tea packet, Diet Pop. I do have this plastic that came off of Diet Dr. Pepper. I also do have a cardboard that came off of a 12-pack. I also have some pieces that I cut up real quick right beforehand of mineral water. I like this brand right here, and specifically I like the blackberry. I don't know if you call it bubbly or bubbly. I've heard people say it both ways, so it doesn't really matter to me. But and then I also, because I do save when I drink tea, I save some of my tea has little quotes on the little hang tag that they have on the tea. So I did, I do save some of those because I do like using these in collages and cards that I make. Like this one says, a cup of tea is a cup of peace. There's some quotes about, like this one's a Warren Buffett quote. It just says, honesty is an expensive gift. Do not expect it from cheap people. There's one from Audrey Hepburn that says, nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible. So quotes like that are what comes on these different teas that I drink. And so then the other thing that I did was I went through my paper scraps and I tried to find, and I couldn't find a specific color that looked like the Dr. Pepper color or a specific color that really worked for this. I mean, I had some purple paper, but I did find, some other scraps that I had a couple of. So I think what I'm going to do then to start this collage off is I'm just going to lay out some of these scraps and just create a collage in the background so I'm not looking at just this ad or what this piece of paper right here, just to give myself something to start with, just a background to start with. And I can cut these down if I need to. So I'm wondering if I maybe should have chose like a third color in here for this stuff. So maybe I do need some more paper to add into here. Like I have maybe this dark color, or I have this light color. Maybe this dark. I'm just looking at what I have sitting on my desk here. I have some polka dots. I think maybe I'll just choose this black paper. So I'm going to just randomly cut this up into some scraps so that we can play with that. So I have 3 different colors on here, I think. So I just cut it up into strips, and then I have my scissors so I can cut it down more if I need to. Just trying to see if I have any other colors sitting on my desk. I have lots of paper scraps off to my side. So, maybe we can put that there. So maybe I'll have to cut these down. But if I cut that down, that gives me a little bit of a base maybe. I'll just start with that for working on a layout. So I'm going to cut this one just a little bit. So that seems like a lot of, it seems like I need maybe some more white on here or something. Let's just put that through the middle right here for now. So I can add some more little scraps on there, I guess, if I want to add more, but I'll leave it at that. So, like I said, this is definitely not going to be one of my favorite layouts, that's for sure. So I think I'm just going to cut down this piece right here. So we can maybe put that somewhere on here. You know, I'm going to cut this in half because it's still the whole thing of the tea bag. Just lay that maybe right there for now. So now I have this, so I could add this on here somewhere. I'm just going to cut out this word blackberry, buble or bubbly, however you want to pronounce that. So we'll maybe put that down here. Okay, and then I think that bow right there is kind of cute on here, so let's just cut that out. Okay, so that's kind of cute. I mean, that might just give me an extra little, you know, something to layer on here just for a little more interest. You know, maybe I'll just cut out this word sparkling water. Or this also looks, you know, I could add that somewhere too. Maybe I'll just leave it with those, and maybe I'm just not feeling that, and maybe I find one of these tea bags just to add, you know, not tea bags, but one of the tags off of a tea bag, and just, you know, add it in here to one of these spots. So I think I don't think I'm going to use this particular one that's in my hand. I'm just checking the layout. Well, like I said, I know that I don't like this prompt, and I'm not going to stress over stress over it anymore. I'm just going to use this. Basically, I'm going to straighten it out when I glue things down. But just because the planner's getting so full, everything's kind of falling off there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my tea bags or my little tea tags off camera, find a quote that I like or I find inspirational. I'm going to put that one right here. And I'm going to glue everything down, and then I'm going to come back and go over the prompt with you guys one last time. Like I said, it's just not worth it to me to sit and stew over this anymore. I'd rather continue to work ahead on some of the other weeks that I find some of the prompts more interesting. So I will be right back after I glue everything down. Okay, I am back, and I did go ahead and glue everything down. I did make a couple of changes. I added this heart. I had it sitting on my desk, and I thought that it would go appropriate with being that our collage was supposed to be about a favorite beverage. So I added a heart. And then as I was gluing things down, I must have shifted things. And so I had a little blank space right here. So I just added another little strip of black paper that was one of the scraps. So that's all that I changed. And so again, this week is week number 42. And we were to create a collage based on what's your favorite beverage. So again, I don't have particularly one favorite. There's quite a few that I like and enjoy. And so I created my collage based on those, the carbonated water, the soda pop, and the tea that I used. So that's what I created my collage. And again, this definitely is not one of my favorite weeks for the prompts. I'd have to say this is probably my least favorite so far that we have done all year. This one, like I said, I really struggled with this one. But I'm going to move on, and I'm going to definitely look forward to next week. I would love to hear in the comments what you guys think of the prompt, if you think that it was an easy one, if you were to work on that prompt, or if you also struggled with this prompt. I'd be curious to know that. And again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in today and watching my struggles with creating a collage on this theme. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you all back next week for another weekly episode of creating in the Margarete Miller weekly planner. And so next week, again, we will be working on week number 43. Until next time, have a wonderful day and happy crafting.